Hey everyone, it's Romer here, coming to you with another cooking lesson. This time I'm going to be showing you how I marinate and cook my chicken breasts. This is something that I really like to cook. It's one of my favorite things, and the secret to making a good chicken breast is first off, number one is making sure that it has a very nice juicy taste, and the best way to do that is to brine the chicken. How do you What is brining? Brining is essentially when you soak the chicken in a warm water and infused with salt. So that way, that way the chicken absorbs the salt and it retains its juiciness and texture. This is something you usually do between for a minimum of 15 minutes to a maximum of 24 hours. If you brine longer than that, then the chicken falls apart, and if you brine too little, then you're not getting enough juice. Now, the key thing is brining it in warm water. If you brine it in hot water, then you end up boiling the chicken and it ruins its texture. Whereas if you brine it in cold water, then you're not going to be allowing the you're not going to be giving it the proper juiciness it deserves. So on to the main event. So after you brine that, then you let the chicken dry like this, and then pat it with bounty tissues, or what we have here, plenty. And let's get to work. So first thing, what I usually put on my chicken breasts is paprika, garlic powder, black peppercorn, and some thyme. So this is how I usually do it. I just gently pat like so to make sure it doesn't spill all over the place. There we go. All right, and after that, what I do is I massage my chicken breasts, because who doesn't love a good breast massage? Don't answer that. Definitely don't answer that, Laura B. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're touching me in my sensitive spot. Oh, shut up, bitch. You know you like it. All right, there we go. That's one side done. Flip her over. And do it on the other side. Perfect. And then just massage like so to make sure that it covers the entire breast, because we cannot let any part of a breast go untouched and covered with nice seasoning and taste. There we go, right there. Now flip her over again. And now you sprinkle some black peppercorn. Garlic powder. And thyme. Now, the best part about using thyme is that this makes the chicken more tender. Much tender taste, and I like it. Okay. There we have it. Just take a look here. You can see the breasts are nicely and finely seasoned. Now, after you do that seasoning well, then the next thing you want to do is soak the pot in olive oil. And make sure to cover the base. Voila. Turn on the heat and put it on a high heat. So while we're letting that heat like that, once it's heated high enough, then we put the chicken breasts into there, and then we scorch, and then we cook it on high heat, 1 minute each side, and then we let it, and then we put the lid on here, close it, and then it heats for about another 10 minutes each side on a simmered heat. Now the key thing with doing things with a simmered heat is that by simmering the heat, it actually it gives it a crispy texture. So by doing this method, you actually don't risk burning the pot, and it makes the chicken breasts crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside. So you don't have to work. So the best thing about cooking on low heat after cooking 1 minute each side on high heat is that you don't have to worry about having the chicken too live, and you don't also don't have to worry about having the chicken burnt too much on the outside. So this is actually a really foolproof method. Did I come up with it? No, I just looked it up online, because that's what people who have an open mind like to do. And you know what they say, open minds are as good as open legs. That's right. So just turn the fan on. Okay, very good. It's heating up really well. And now here we go. Now we put in the breasts. And we do it for 1 minute each side. There we are. Just get a spatula and space it out accordingly, like so. Just to make sure that it doesn't get caught in between the pot. Or should I say actually right in between the breasts. There we go. Voila. Alright, so 15 more seconds, then we flip it over. Now other options you can do is then you can also put in turmeric as well, but unfortunately the worst part about turmeric is staining. So, here we go. Voila. And look at that, that's what you want. You want that nice crimson brown texture. And then we do the same thing, let it heat the other side for 1 minute. Now, if you're worried about some parts that are left undercooked, you actually don't have to. If you left some parts undercooked for the first minute, don't worry about it, because whatever you left unchecked when flipping it over the first time and then flipping over the second time, the 10 minutes of the simmering for 20 minutes is actually going to make up for that quite a lot. So we're just gonna wait another 15 more seconds, flip her over, then we simmer the heat, and then we put the lid on, and then we flip it over again in 20 minutes. Or sorry, in 10 minutes. And go. There we go. There we go. It. Do it like so. Voila. That's what we want. And then we just flip her over again. And as you can see, the chicken is flipping me the bird. Actually, no, the bird is flipping me, where I should be flipping the bird. Shut up. Alright, there we go. Voila, perfect. We got that. Both sides are nicely glazed. And now we simmer. Put the lid on the heat. And let it simmer like that for 10 minutes. Another option you could do is to just like turn the heat off to low, but we're not going to do that. Now, in the meantime, what I'm going to be doing is I have these sliced tomatoes here that were left over from yesterday, so I'm going to be using that to make a fine cucumber, tomato, and green leaf salad. And I also have some leftover turmeric rice from there, so that way we're going to have a nice, another nice well-put dish. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be just preparing the rest of the ingredients while this is heating appropriately. So I will see you once my other ingredients are set up. Okay, here we are. So we got that all prepped up. Now, one other thing I forgot to bring in is the water, and that's going to be very, very important. The water is what's going to help detox or clean out some of the dirt that's left on the cucumbers and the green onions. Now the tomatoes I already washed off from yesterday, so those are fine, but the cucumbers is what we're going to be focused on right now, and the other things. I'm just going to slice this cucumber in half, and as you can see, nice and long, very very suggestible pointy end here, a little something for the ladies to enjoy. Alright, now what we do with this cucumber, I usually dip it in here. I want to soak the whole shaft. That's right, soak the whole shaft. And then I want to make sure the whole shaft is soaked, so we got to get the tip in as well. Voila, excellent. And then seeing as how the green onions are quite long, we're going to break these in half. Yep, break like so. And then that way, it's long enough to fit in here. And you can see why I soaked most of it in. Why I decided to fill up only half the glass, because by putting in the cucumber and the green onions, the volume itself that it occupies raises the glass up, and then that way you don't have to worry about it leaking or spilling over. Alright, so there we go. Got that going on. Just soak that for a bit. The dirt wash off. Then any prudish or any pruned up strands, we're just gonna remove, and then just put in the recycling. Go, voila. Got that all soaked up. And then once we're done with that, we are going to well, first I'm going to raise this, and then we're going to start cutting. So okay, and in the meanwhile, this is already shipped. This is already halfway through the first side. So here we go right here. We'll just move this over to the side. All right, and then I'm just going to lift the just cut accordingly. I was a little scared because if you see the sudden drop in the view, it's because the tripod stick fell down. So not to worry. Still good, still good. All right. So tomatoes are nicely sliced. And put them in here. Voila. And then here are here's the thing. Here are the leeks. And we'll just start with the ones that I cut from one side. Just going to peel off one layer to make sure that the dirt is all gone, which it is. And then we'll cut accordingly. Voila, voila, voila. Okay, there we go. That's one. And then cut. Cut, cut, cut. course, it is not ideal to be cutting these with a bread knife. You often want a smoother blade to deal with, to cut. Alright, there we are. Then just put it all in there. One side, and we've got the rest here. And then we'll just cut all the way till where the leaf prunes off. Okay, and then in 1 more minute, we're going to put in the, what's it called? We're going to flip over the chicken breasts. Okay. And then we'll just throw the rest in recycling and take the cucumber out. And then cut the rest. Alright. 30 more seconds. In the meantime, with this cucumber, I'm going to be cutting it in half through the middle and then just cutting accordingly. Actually, I'm going to quarter them. I'm going to quarter the cucumbers. That'll make it easier. That there. Alright, and then we'll just take it out. Oh, and if you could just take a quick look here, you could already see how gorgeously glazed they are. And we'll just flip her over like so. And then whatever sauce you have on the bottom, you could just use that as a glaze later on. Look at that. That is delicious. And we're only halfway there, so there we go. So once you flip that over, you can actually turn the oven off now. You can turn the lights off here, and then it'll just cook the rest of the way for the next 10 minutes. Meanwhile, we got our tomato and green onions in there. Now we're going to focus on the cucumbers. Alright, so we do it like so. Cut. I usually like to cut them about 1 centimeter apart, just to be safe. Well, between 7/10 of a centimeter and a centimeter. So there we go. We got that nice and cut, and then we're just going to quarter each piece and put it in there. Usually makes no sense whenever you want to eat big pieces, unless you're a pervert. But even me, I have to take it easy. I can't handle it all at once. But enjoy piece by piece, gradually. Voila. Voila. There we have it. This is our salad, and what we do now is I'm going to mix in some Himalayan salt, make it a bit juicier and give it some taste. And then what I like to top it off with is a little bit of olive oil, and do it like a Mediterranean style salad. There we go. And then of course mix it with a fork. Another option you could do would be to, put in some onions, or you could also put in some balsamic vinegar, which is actually what I'm going to do. Yeah, we'll just put this in as a last minute option, balsamic vinegar. Go. Yep, nice, very nice. But of course, the main thing that you want for the taste is the Himalayan salt. Just mix it up nice and well. Here we have it. Here is the salad. Now in the meanwhile, I'm going to be setting up the rest of the ingredients and waiting for the chicken to boil. So I will see you once the plate is fully complete. All right, and here we have it, guys. This is what the chicken breast's final product looks like, and you can see very little burnt, which can easily be fixed. So we're just going to put this in accordingly. Yeah. Voila. Look at that. That looks amazing. That looks delicious. Alright, and then what I can do is I'm going to pour some of the chicken sauce in there and use it as a gravy for the rice. And here we have it. And then I also put in a little bit of parsley as well. Oops, too much. Whatever. Still looks good. There we go. And there we have it. A food fit for a king. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I certainly will. Just tell me what you think in the comments section. As usual, give me a 1 for Really Romer from 10 to 10. So from 1 Really Romer to 10. Oh, Romer, you can fill me up anytime, any day. Any day of my life. All right, and that'll be it, guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.